Hey everyone! So let's do a little work with our story this week. Remember, we were reading matter changes size and shape. And whenever you have things that are a certain size or a certain shape, it's very normal to compare them. So the words we're going to talk about today are very good at making comparisons. So for example, here are some giraffes. This giraffe is big. This one is bigger. And this one is the biggest. ER and EST at the end of a word can change its intensity. It can make it more than it was, right? Let me give you an example right from the text, and then we'll talk a little bit about how we can practice using ER and EST to change the intensity of an adjective. Here we go. If you pour water from a narrow beaker into a wider one, so the first one was kind of wide, this one is wider, right? It would change the shape of the water. What if you poured it into one that was the widest? Oh, it would change the shape again. Wider, widest. It happens all the time in text that authors need to compare one or more different things. So, knowing that, I have a great chart with a big elephant that gets bigger when you add an ER, and it gets biggest when you add an EST. So the first one is considered an adjective. It's a positive claim about something, and then you're comparing it to something else, talking about how ER, bigger, changes the intensity of that adjective. And then the last one, the EST, makes it the biggest, right? So I have filled out part of this chart. Your job is to go back and change dark into darker, right? So I forgot to add that part in. So darker, I'm changing the ending. And then I'm going to take it back again and just change it into dark. And then I know that I have all three when I read across, and it makes sense. Dark, darker, darkest. You're going to do the same with happiest. Here I did one for you, fat, fatter, fattest. But you have to do sharp. You have to finish this one that goes with few. You have to do the one for greater and shortest. Oops, that's not correct. Long, longer, and longest, and then the thinnest. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fix shortest, and I'll send it your way. If you could send it back with the chart all filled in, that would be great. Thanks, everybody. Bye now.